Aloha, aloha, aloha. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking the time to watch this video. My name is Brent from IamSuccess.com, and this is your daily cash flow video game. I'm going to choose the Dream Gift of Faith. The way that you win this game is that you land on your dream out here in the fast track, or you accumulate $50,000 of passive income out here on the fast track. How do you get out here on the fast track? You got to get out of the rat race by accumulating more passive income than you have monthly expenses. In today's game, we are going to be listening to Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, who created this game, and this video entitled Paying the Price to Be Rich. And remember this: remember, your mind is your greatest asset, so be careful what you put into it. Without further ado, let's go.
Hi, I'm Mark Hansen, co-author and creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series and the 1 Minute Millionaire series, The Enlightened Way Wealth. You're watching my friend Philippe Matthews' show. Don't miss it. In 1997, history was made when the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad was co-authored by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lecker. Still making history and still authoring books, Robert sat down with me during a recent trip to Chicago to discuss his passion for educating people on building wealth and, more importantly, sustaining wealth. This and more is up next on the Philippe Matthews Show. Welcome to the Philippe Matthews Show. I'm sitting here with an actual legend. I'm sitting here with Robert Kiyosaki, a man who produced a publishing phenomenon and a wealth-building phenomenon called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Robert, thank you very much for being on the show. Thank you. 1997, here's this concept: Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You're getting advice from your poor dad. You're getting advice from this kind of certain father who's very wealthy. Did you ever see this coming? When you're selling out Madison Square Garden, I mean, everyone you know, you're kind of rushed like Michael Jackson. I guess that's not necessarily a good thing. But you get the idea. Were you prepared for this level of success?
No, I don't. No, I just feel extremely lucky, blessed, and spiritual. I don't have to work anymore, and if I made no more money, I'd be fine for the rest of my life. And sometimes I wonder why I do this, why do I keep going? But there really is some kind of a drive. Because I feel blessed, I feel lucky, and I'm just grateful for all the wonderful things that have happened.
Yes, yes. Now, I heard that a phenomenon occurred that has never happened in the publishing industry ever before. I believe it came from Warner Brothers, who publishes your book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad has been on the New York Times bestsellers list since the arrival of it in 1997, so it's never left. But the phenomenon is, it went back to number 1.
That's correct.
That's nuts. That's insane. How did that happen? You're reaching, obviously, an entire new flock of people for it to come back to number 1.
And after 7 years, it's been on there 3 weeks now, and that is unheard of. And it just shows the power of viral marketing. People telling their friends, but it's sure not my marketing.
Let's get into some meat and potatoes here. Why are you so passionate about this message of self-wealth?
I guess it goes back a long way. I was always kind of interested in money as a kid, but in my family, it was a taboo. In our family, we're all educators, we're all PhDs, MBAs, and all those professional people. And to speak about money was dirty, it was a sin. And then I went along, and I graduated from school, went to school in New York. Right before I went to school, and then I had a high-paying job. So I've always been able to make money, but something always didn't satisfy me with just money. And then the Vietnam War was on in 1969, and I quit my high-paying job at Standard Oil, driving tankers for the shipping officer. So I quit that job to go join the Marine Corps, so I went from making like, $5,000 a month down to, I think, 200 a month. And I remember that football player, Pat Tillman, he was just killed in Afghanistan. It's that, when I read his story in Time magazine, that same story, it's a sense of duty, it's a sense of obligation, it's a sense of responsibility. So rather than, and I was draft exempt because I was sailing on oil ships. As long as you're driving oil, you're okay. You're fine. You get drafted safe. As long as oil, you're okay. Welcome to free TV. Hey, man. No. So anyway, and so I volunteered, and my dad just cried. My poor school teacher, because I was a horrible student in school. And I finally I got the high-paying job with the big corporation, and I quit, and I go to Vietnam to go fight. And I flew helicopters in Vietnam. I was a Marine pilot. And it was out there I kind of started to grow up, because I don't believe most of what I read in the press anymore. And it started in Vietnam when I realized that we were being lied to. Or not so much lied to, we just weren't being told the truth. They weren't quite lying, they just weren't quite telling the truth. And then being an oil man, I realized that in Vietnam we were fighting for oil Dutch. We weren't fighting for anything else but oil, because there's one oil out there. The same as we're fighting today in Afghanistan and Iraq. It's about the oil. Don't ever anybody tell you it's for freedom. It's about oil. And oil's important, I understand. I'm not saying it's bad. So I got very disillusioned, and I come back from Vietnam in 1973, and my poor dad, the guy that always wanted to go to school, get good grades, get a high-paying job, and my PhDs, I got my JS 25 million rating, whatever they are, those government guys don't mind. He gets fired. So now I'm 17, my old man's 50 years old, and I'm just 25 at the time. He's fired because he ran for governor as his boss, or lieutenant governor as his boss. And he ran as a Republican, and what people call the People's Republic of Hawaii. It is so labor union intense. Nothing about the unions, but they have their own agenda. My dad makes the mistake of running against them. In the Democratic state, he gets wiped out. He goes back to his boss, the governor, and says, "Would you give me my job back?" The governor says, "You're a loser. So my dad was blacklisted from Everett in the state of Hawaii. You can't work here. You're a persona non grata. So my dad couldn't find a job, even though he was a hard-working, good man, PhD, and all the stuff. He couldn't get a job. So I'm 25 years old, and I go, honestly, that stuff doesn't work. And I could sense the changes coming in the world. And like in 1971, Nixon took us off the coast. 1974 was the start of these 401ks. And so being an economics, basically, and historic changes coming. So today, we have Social Security is bankrupt. Medicare is going to go first. There's less and less job security. And the government is now allowing big corporations not to fund the pensions of the workers. So, back in the 1970s, I could see these changes coming. So that's a long answer of saying I realized that I better learn to take care of myself and not depend upon the government or a big corporation to take care of me. And I could also see that for millions of people of baby boom generation my age, we're going to be the first generation that really realizes that Social Security, the Japanese don't call it Social Security, they call it Social Security. Social Security. It's over.
solopreneuring the mini mart. Thank you guys.
But Medicare is the most dangerous thing because health is expensive and like it costs money. So that's shot. And then pension plans are shot because they follow the stock market. And the 401ks, in my opinion, they're better than nothing, but not much better. So with all of that, I feel kind of compelled to go and educate, teach people to take care of yourself. Don't listen to Wall Street. Don't listen to the pundits who say, you'll take care of it. You got to take care of it.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Now, you say that you must pay a price to be wealthy. What kind of price does one have to pay to be wealthy?
Well, I always said you need two professions, one for you to work in. So let's say construction or work in, or like I'm an author. But the second profession is my money. My money also needs a profession. So one of the prices a person needs to pay is you need an education not only for what you do for money, but you also need an education for your money to work hard for you. And so there's so many people who are focusing on their career or go back to school to get a higher paying job, but that's only half the people. They're not focusing on their money working hard. And so I learned to have my money work hard so I don't have to work hard for the rest of my life. And I think people have their priorities. So focus on career first, money second. And you don't want to be 65 and find out that you're out of money and out of time. So you've really got to look at both today, and that's what makes it hard. The price is you have to get educated or get a job at the post office, which is not bad, or police department, and you get a 20-year retirement. That's the price you pay.
That's a high price too, because there's a high price of time that you can't get back.
Yeah, if you really want to be a policeman, great. You really want to be a fireman, great. You really want to be a postal service, great. You really want to be a public servant, great. But if you don't want to be, then you've sold your soul for money, and that's another price you pay.
Would you say that also in that model that it's okay if you're in an industry that you really say social work? Social work is going to make a lot of money, but if they had another level of education for their money, they can still do what they love to do, but don't have to worry about that's where they're getting their income and wealth from.
Absolutely. If you have two professions, you can work for nothing and still get rich.
Beautiful. Talk to me about how important mindset is. I mean, it's really, that's what the whole gist of this is. It's really about opening up your consciousness and allowing some new information in that you've never been exposed to. Definitely weren't taught at school. Can't find in your church. Well, maybe the pastor has, but not the congregants. So it's really about mindset.
Absolutely. I mean, how many people have heard work hard, save money, get out of debt? I don't do those things.
That's right, you called me. I remember my first interview with you. You said, I'm a lazy millionaire and a lazy cycle.
Yeah.
And you like it that way.
Yeah. Here I am, the more money I make.
Talk to me, Robert. I love it when you talk dirty to me. But anyway, how do you become lazy and make money at the same time?
Well, just after, almost watching what you've been doing a lot of people from, let's look at saving money. Why is saving money bad? You know why it's bad? It's because after 1971, if you look at history, Nixon took us off the gold standard. Fundamentally, what that meant was the boards, which is the Federal Reserve and the government. They didn't have as much money as they like. So if you're working hard, if you put money in the bank, it's going down in value, it's not going up.
Fascinating. I heard that the Fed prints $430 or $38 million per day.
Yeah, it's $50 million an hour we're using right now as a nation.
Wow.
So they just print. That means your dollar's worth less and less and less and less. And then they say, there's no inflation. So have you been past the gas pump lately? Have you been looking at the cost of housing? Oil, again, and construction. Look at who's making the money. Because they're printing so much money right now.
Yes.
That's why one of the things I learned was that you look at it, so I have to learn how to have my money work hard for me. So this is so many, subject the question you asked. If I work hard for money physically, I am the highest rate responsible. If my money works hard for me, I'm taxed at the lowest rate possible. So if we begin to understand that everything our parents and they innocently said, work hard, go to school, it's not bad advice, but it's not rich advice.